broadcast. We are live here on the channel every single Tuesday night, if you did not know, and we upload several times a week. So look, if you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and ring the bell. That way you do not miss any of our tips that we give away for free here on the channel. And did I tell you to subscribe? Yes, I did. I'm telling you again, hit the subscribe button. It helps us out. It helps spread our message, and it makes sure you don't miss any of the tips that we upload that actually work. Free tips that work. Who knew? Tonight we're going to be talking about exercising while overweight, exercising while morbidly obese, which was where I started, or just plain exercising if you're out of shape. Because even if you have a healthy BMI and you're not fit or you don't exercise, you can be skinny and out of shape. You can be skinny and feel like you're gonna die if you're running. And so anyway, if you rewind 6 years ago where I started, busting out of a size 22, topping the scale at 288 pounds. I was a brand new mom. We had a newborn and a toddler. And so I had just come off of having a C-section. Never the mind that I did not like fitness. I did not like exercising. You hear those people say the only time I would run is if someone's chasing me. Yeah, that's me. And here was the deal. At the time I was breastfeeding. So somebody who already had a large chest, and then you add milk. Talk about milk jugs that are heavy on your chest. Had to wear 2 sports bras to hold them down. It was just not a pleasant experience. And working out made me feel worse about myself. I was terrified to go to the gym because I didn't want to be judged. I wasn't one of those fit people. When I did a jumping jack, everything shook, everything jiggled. And I certainly couldn't keep up with any fitness experts on my television, TV, or computer. But at least at home, I could look all kinds of silly and nobody would see me. And so that's where I started, first and foremost, before we get into, working out when you're morbidly obese. I know a lot of times when we come from being overweight, we are self-conscious about our bodies. We're self-conscious about how we look. And so there were times where I would go to the gym because I had bought into the fact that I had to go to the gym to get fit, or that I had to go to the gym to get results. And then there was even a moment in time where I was like, I have to pay a trainer. I have to go to the gym and I have to pay a trainer if I'm going to get results. I had totally discounted at-home workouts. I was like, oh, the cool people that want results go to the gym. The people that, are just playing around, they work out at home. I completely discounted at-home workouts. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. The truth is, us people that work out from home, actually probably most of the time, unless you have a training background, get more done in 30 minutes or in 60 minutes than somebody who goes to the gym. And we just get to walk downstairs, I work out in my basement, so I walk downstairs in my basement. We get to go somewhere in our house. We don't got to drive, deal with traffic, all of that nonsense. But here was the deal. So starting off at 288 pounds, morbidly obese, I don't have to tell you that there was a lot that I couldn't do. And there's a big misconception when it comes to, and I know this because I am a health coach. I work with people, I work with clients that are starting where I was, sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller. And so often I'll hear from somebody, well, Carmen, what's an easy workout that I can do being overweight? So let me just say, when you're looking for a workout, you're not looking for an easy workout. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. So you're looking for a workout that will challenge you. And if you rewind 6 years ago, 10 years ago, there was one workout that kind of swept the nation. Everybody knew about it. It was a household name. I think most people that I know have tried it, seen it, done it, or know somebody who's done it. I started with P90X. All right? An hour a day, freaking kick your butt, raw, like Tony Horton, do your best, forget the rest, let's freaking go. Everybody's heard of this program. And this is the program as a morbidly obese chick I chose to start with. Now, clearly, that was not like Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies. Come on, girl, do your little whatevers. No, like it was an intense whatever program. 288-pound Carmen doing this intense P90X. Could I do it all? No. Did it challenge me? Yes. Did the workout program give me room to grow? A freaking ton. A ton of room to grow. And so when you're picking a workout program and you're overweight, you're not looking for a program where you can do everything in the workout program. You should never, even if you're fit. Today, I pick workout programs where it challenges me. I pick workout programs where I can't do everything. Why? Because if you can start off and you can do everything that the workout's telling you to do and it doesn't challenge you, it will not change you. And so that's a big misconception, especially when we're overweight, because like I can remember doing yoga in those workouts and I'm like trying to reach around and like do the twisting moves in yoga. I couldn't twist. I had a giant gut. Like, and I can remember trying to do some of those moves. Like there was just no way. But here, so I'm going to give you a couple tips. Number one tip, don't try to pick out a workout program if you're morbidly obese, overweight, or out of shape that you can do. All right? Pick a program that will challenge you. Number two, do not give yourself this high bar that you should somehow be able to keep up with the experts on TV. And I know this sounds ridiculously silly, but I did it, and almost every client that I work with does it too. And here's what happens. Here's what happens. We press play, or we're at the gym or wherever you're working out, and all of a sudden we can't do, 10 push-ups, or we can't do this, or we can't do that. And then we start guilting ourselves or bashing ourselves. And for me, it sounded like, Carmen, how did you let yourself get this far out of shape? Carmen, oh my goodness, I cannot believe you can only do 5 of those. They just did 15. I can't believe your heart feels like it's gonna beat out of your chest and we're only 5 minutes into the workout. I can rip myself apart better than anybody else can. And we used to spend the entire workout criticizing myself for what I couldn't do. I would see the trainer on TV was here and I was way down here. And I allowed that to make myself feel like a piece of crap for where I was. Instead of celebrating the sprout that I was freaking working out. I was morbidly obese, but I was down there giving it my best shot. That was the truth. The truth was, if I just kept doing it, I was going to get better. The truth was, I wasn't going to stay there. It was where I was starting, but it wasn't where I was going to stay. And never mind, my profession was not fitness professional. That was not what I did for a living. Like the guy who I started working out with, Tony Horton, he was a fitness expert. It was his job to get on TV and make it look easy. It was his job to dangle from a bar and pull himself up when I could barely push myself off the ground. It was his job to have proper form. It was my job to know where I was starting and to do my best where I was at. If that was starting against the wall, doing a push-up against the wall, so freaking be it. Because you know what? The day before, you know how many push-ups I did against the wall? None. So if I did 10 that day, that was 10 better than what I did the day before. And as time progressed and they were doing push-ups, I would try to do a couple on my knees. Then I would go back to the wall. I would maybe, if I did 2 one week on my knees, the next week I would try to do 3 or 4 and then back to the wall. So I was still trying to push myself, but I wasn't expecting professional out of my morbidly obese, totally unfit body. All right. And when you compare yourself to the professional, you get frustrated. You feel like crap. And you can only be frustrated and feel like crap for so long before you want to quit. Now, here's what I will say on the other side of that. So make sure that so the first side of that coin was, don't bully yourself that you're not doing as good as the professional on TV. The second side of that is don't let your out of shape self be an excuse not to try. Every move they did, I still tried. Like if they were going to try to get in some pretzel yoga move, like, look, I could look at the move and already think to myself, yep, can't do that. But I got down there and I tried. And if I could only like curve, twist my body half, quarter, an eighth of a way that they did, that's where I stopped. And I twisted it and I could feel it pulling and that was it. But I didn't use my body or my size or my freaking tight hamstrings as an excuse not to at least give it my best shot. And here's the great thing about starting off overweight. You want to know the great thing? You burn so much more calories than a skinny person. If I would put my 288 pound self next to my husband, so I was 100 and some pounds overweight. My husband, when he started, was just a tiny bit overweight. I know that even if he worked out harder than me, I burned more calories because I basically was wearing 100 extra pounds of weight that my body was having to move around. And so when you start off, and you're morbidly obese or just obese or wherever you're starting, the heavier you are, the more calories you're naturally going to burn. So you don't have to work as hard as somebody who's super fit to burn the same amount of calories. Does that make sense? Your body weight is automatically making up for that. Like there's no way. If you put 150 pounds on that super fit person, they wouldn't be able to move like that either. All right. All right. Don't expect yourself to be perfect. Don't beat yourself up. Here's the other thing. I used to think that because I had this noble cause of I was going to lose weight for my kids, I wanted to set a good example. I wanted to be one of those healthy moms that my kids wanted to be like. I didn't want to be one of those moms that my kids would grow up and say, I don't want to be like my mom. I wanted to set a healthy example for them of what was possible through perseverance, some hard work. But you would think with that noble cause that I would have been motivated every day to work out and to, push through my workouts. Nope, I wasn't. In the very beginning, it was like pulling teeth. I made the decision on a Tuesday night that I was going to start working out. I made the decision that same Tuesday that Wednesday was going to be my day one. Set my alarm Tuesday night, get my workout clothes on. My alarm goes off Wednesday morning. Do you freaking know I pressed the snooze button? My day number one, I pressed the snooze button. I didn't get up. I didn't work out. My baby ended up waking me up. I waited until she was sleeping and then went down and woke up. That was day one. Day one. Day one. That is because for most of us, we are not used to making our health. If you're coming from a place of obese or morbidly obese, you have a habit, just like I had the habit of not making your health a priority, of not making yourself a priority. And we typically make everybody else the priority and we give to ourselves last. And I was really out of the habit of making myself a priority. I was the person who would start working out, make it a day or two and then stop. Who would start a diet until it got hard and then stop. I could do other hard things, but when it came to my health, I gave up and I gave in way too easily. And so you're not always going to be motivated to do it. It's not about waiting for the sun, the moon, and the stars to all line up so you're motivated to do your workout. It's about choosing to do it whether motivation visits that day or not. It's about choosing the actions that A, you committed to, and B, that are going to help get you to your result, whether you want to or not. Success is always on the other side of doing the things you don't want to do. Always, always. There's always going to be a hard on the road to success. The road to success is not easy street. It's paved with some difficulties. It's paved with the hard things. And it's when you push through the hard that you actually start seeing results. And so, you're not going to be motivated to work out every day. Don't, especially if you're starting off overweight. Look, you're overweight because we become overweight because we have bad habits. And habits take a hot second to change. We don't just, flip, and the habit changes. We've got to work over time to change that habit. All right? All right. Do not worry about, look, wherever you're going to work out at, whether you're going to try to go to the gym, and if you've been trying to go to the gym and you're still not making it, stop trying. Just start working out from home. And if you're like, Carmen, I don't really know what workouts, and don't try to go on YouTube and just search for the free workouts. There's lots of good subscription models, lots of good at-home workouts, quality at-home workouts that work. And so I have a subscription where I pay $99 a year, and it is like the Netflix of fitness. I log onto my TV in the morning, and I want to do yoga, if I want to do Pilates, bar blend, cardio, whatever it is that weightlifting, HIIT training, strength training, freaking core, booty, whatever it is that I want to work, I have access to, and I don't have to leave my house. So if you struggle getting to the gym, you struggle with motivation, you struggle with being judged, you struggle with time, traffic, all of those things, by saying, I'm going to go to the gym or I'm not doing it, you're setting yourself up to fail. If me working out depended on me getting to the gym 6 years ago, it rarely would have happened. I was a brand new mom with a toddler and a newborn. That meant to go to the gym, I would have had to find somebody to watch them. Plus the gym membership, then the daycare, now everything in between. And so set yourself up for success. Set yourself up for success when it comes to that. And if you're just starting working out and you're morbidly obese, you're overweight, you're out of shape, you're going to be sore. Bottom line. But you know what? Being sore is a sign that you're doing the right thing. Being sore is a sign that what you're doing is working. Being sore means, good job! Whatever you just did, worked your body. And, a big misconception, when I was overweight, I can remember doing squats and my legs would feel, how if you've ever worked out, if you're doing any kind of prolonged, weightlifting or squats or whatever, my legs would start burning. And prior to 6 years ago, when I would feel my legs start burning, I would stop whatever move I was doing because I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. In my mind, I had this, I don't even think this is possible, but I thought my muscle was going to pop or something. I was going to damage my muscle because it was burning. No, not at all. When you're having soreness in your muscle and it's burning, it's because you are working you are showing that muscle who is boss. You are like, no, you're going to freaking work it today, honey. You're telling that butt muscle, that glute to go to work. You're telling your core, come on, get off the couch, let's go. And here's the thing. It's okay to stay in the move even though it's burning. Push through the hard. Push through the burning. If you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. And I had never pushed through the hard. When it got hard, I was like, I'm done. When it got hard, I was like, been there, done that. I'm out. I never pushed through the hard and I never got the results that I wanted. And here's the thing, when you're working out, and again, when you're overweight, you're working out of shape, whatever it is, when you're in a workout move and it starts burning, as soon as you come out of it, it stops. It stops. It doesn't stay like that. It doesn't stay like that. Gosh, there was just one thing I was going to say to you guys. Don't you hate that when you're going to say something and then all of a sudden it's like, nope, you're not going to say it because you just forgot it. Yeah, I don't even know. But at the end of the day, whether you love working out or whether you don't, whether you have succeeded in it in the past or you haven't, whether you think you're athletic or you're not, it's about consistently showing up and just moving your body for 30 minutes a day. Look, guys, the first workout I ever did, I made it 17 minutes in and I laid on the floor thinking my heart was going to beat out of my chest. I might have a heart attack. I don't know if I can do this. But I kept showing up every day. I kept showing up on the days I wanted to and on the days I didn't. And where I started over 6 years ago, I'm proud to say I'm not there today. I've transformed my body. I've transformed my life. I went from a person who thought that God created those fit people, and then he created me, this big boned, overweight mom who had been a failure at weight loss for a decade. And I never thought I could get to the point. I would hear people say, you're one workout away from a good mood. Just keep going. I didn't believe them. I didn't believe I could ever be that person that was like, I love burpees. I'm still not that person. But I am that person that loves to work out. I am that person that I miss my workouts when I don't do them. I am that person that when my friends are visiting, I'm like, you want to go work out? They're like, oh my goodness, really? But I didn't start there. So wherever you're at, whatever emotions you have, just know that where you're starting is not where you're going to stay. And then if you just keep showing up and you just keep putting in the work, there is hope. And if it challenges you, you're on the right path. Because if it challenges you, it can change you. And so thank you so much for watching. In case you didn't get the memo at the beginning of the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, ring the bell, that way you don't miss any of our videos. And thanks so much for watching. So we will see you on the next one. Have a good week. We'll talk to you later. Bye.